Hello, everybody. Today we will discuss the topic about showing empathy. First of all, let us know what is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings of another person. How to show empathy? Here it is the ways to show empathy. Be aware of another person's feelings by showing concern. Show sensitivity by looking at their facial expressions. Ask questions to understand feelings. Give a simple sign of affection such as hug or a tender touch. Once we have figured out how another person feels, we show empathy by acknowledging the emotion. For example, I can see you're really uncomfortable about this. I can understand why you would be upset. Though empathy is usually used in reference to sensing someone else's painful feelings, it can also apply to someone's positive feelings of success, accomplishment, pride, achievement, etc. Now, let us know the types of empathy. There are three types of empathy: cognitive empathy, emotional empathy, and compassionate empathy. The first one, cognitive empathy, involving thinking more than feeling. Cognitive empathy means putting yourself in someone's shoes. For example, when you talk to a friend about something that is bothering you and feel understood by that person, it's often because your friend was using cognitive empathy. The second one is emotional empathy. Emotional empathy is the ability to feel the emotions of your partner as they are happening. For example, you may have noticed this when you cried watching a very sad scene in a movie. Third one is compassionate empathy, a genuine love and concern for your partner and their welfare. For example, when you see someone in need and offer that person some food or money, that is compassionate empathy. Now, let us know the importance of empathy. We all live in our own version of reality, a reality that is limited by our senses, our temperament, and our experiences. It is the only reality we will ever truly know. But it is crucial to our personal development, our relationships, and to society itself that we make the effort to try and experience other people's realities as well. This is done through empathy. Simply stated, empathy is an active attempt to understand another person's perspective, their emotions, and in essence, their reality. We are social animals, and our ability to communicate and understand each other's emotional states is key to maintaining our relationships. So, it is little wonder that the ability to empathize is hardwired directly into our brains. One area that assists in this process is the right supramaginal gyrus, which helps us to distinguish our own emotional state from that of other people and plays a key role in our ability to observe and assess what others are experiencing. Studies from the science journal Neuron suggest that we have systems of mirror neurons in our brains that cause us to mimic the actions of others. That is why when we see someone yawn, we will often yawn in reply. And when we observe someone experiencing joy or pain, we experience that same sensation to a certain extent. But these reactions are primarily driven by subconscious reflexes. In order to be truly empathic, you have to actively think beyond yourself and your own concerns. You can develop this empathic skill by practicing some simple habits. Be observant of others. We tend to spend the majority of our day dwelling on ourselves, caught up in our daily routines and digital distractions. But taking the time to observe others around you is a good first step to developing your empathy. Try to focus on the person's state of being rather than categorizing or labeling them. Ask yourself, what kind of a day are they having? Challenge yourself to genuinely care about their well being. Curiosity about others is the first step to expanding your empathy. Use active listening. During a conversation, especially a heated one, most people formulate their response before the other person even finishes their statement. This form of communication is more verbal combat than an exchange of ideas or opinions. Avoid this reflex by slowing down. Rather than rushing to reply, take a moment to consider the other person's statement. Ask follow up questions to better understand what the speaker intended. Try to understand their emotional state and the deeper motivations behind their statement. What life experiences led them to current their worldview? Remember, you don't need to share someone's opinion. In order to understand it and acknowledge it, and listening will help inform and expand your own opinion. Open up. Learning more about other people's experiences is a key element to seeing the world through someone else's eyes. But it is also important to open up about your own feelings and experiences. Empathy is a two-way street that, at best, is built upon mutual understanding. Through a combination of uncovering the deeper motivations of someone else's position and expressing our own underlying concerns, we often discover a shared commonality even with those who hold different beliefs than ours. Through the practice of keeping an open mind, empathy helps us challenge prejudice, find commonality, and expand our moral universe. Without it, we are apt to label people outside our circle as the other, the problem, or the enemy. These labels draw lines in the sand that prevent us from moving forward or growing. It cuts us off from the realization that the human experience is a shared experience. We have much more in common than we think and are really just seeing small variations of the same reality. Conclusion. Well, I hope you learned a lot about empathy. To conclude this, I have to stress how important empathy is to the world. Without it, everybody might feel sad. Till next time. Thank you.